Hi, my name is Sarai Villasmil, and I am here with Youth City Council, and we are going to be going around and introducing ourselves.
I am Eliza Bird.
I am Darcy Washburn.
I'm Lucy Washburn.
I am Sophia Anderson.
I'm Elena Cole.
And this is Mayor Gray.
Hey, glad to be here. Welcome to the Youth Council. I don't know how excited I am, though.
Oh gosh. Okay, so today what we are going to be doing is that we are going to be interviewing Mayor Gray, sorry. We are going to be he's going to be eating 12 boneless wings from Wingstop, and thank you to Sam from Wingstop for donating this today for us. The flavors we have today are going to be Hawaiian, the flavor from Wingstop, garlic parmesan, lemon pepper, hickory smoked barbecue, mild Louisiana rub, hot honey rub, spicy Korean, original hot Calhoun, mango habanero, and your favorite one, atomic. What do you think? Are you excited?
I don't know. The only one I'm super nervous about is probably the atomic one. I don't know. The rest of them may be okay.
Perfect. So we are going to be going around and asking him questions, maybe about his life, what his personal opinions are. So yeah, I hope you have so much fun.
Can't wait.
Oh, we can't wait either. What is your favorite Gen Alpha slang and why?
You have to tell me what Gen Alpha is.
Okay.
Activity, Sigma, Alpha Sigma, that sort of thing. Just today's language.
Like
Alpha Rizzler.
6'7".
6'7".
Oh, he really likes 6'7".
I'd have to think of something that I say. Like, so can I tell you an 80s one? Like,
Sure.
Totally rad.
Okay. We're listening. We're listening. What were you doing when 9/11 happened?
I know that answer. I think most people know. I owned a trucking company, and I was actually driving a dump truck. And I was listening to the breaking news on the radio, and everything was kind of normal for a minute, and we're like, something's going on, and then America was under attack, and people, you could just see the temperature of people, like everybody kind of come down, like, oh no, what are we doing? Pretty quick by lunchtime, I went home, and just everybody was glued to the TV for days. So I was driving a dump truck when I heard about it, went home, and then, everybody kind of stopped working, and that's what I was doing.
Okay.
Big mess.
Is it good though?
It's good.
Perfect. Okay. Would you rather stay the mayor or be the president?
Ooh, great question. I don't think I have any desire to be a president. And I really like Eagle Mountain, and I love serving the people here. So
Yeah.
I would say I'd probably stay the mayor.
Okay.
A lot better job and less pressure.
That's for sure.
Good thing you didn't ask me if I want to be in Congress, though, because that's a possibility.
Who have you known the longest in city council?
Currently serving probably Melissa.
Okay.
I think I've known Donna Burnham maybe longer than that, who's not serving anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say Melissa.
Okay.
What is your favorite kind of music?
Ooh, kind of music, it would be country, or just any of the new modern, like pop or whatever, but country. Chris Ledoux. Definitely Chris Ledoux, George Strait, rodeo songs. It's an easy one.
What is the top 3 things on your Google search history?
Probably Eagle Mountain City Code. I'm always trying to search, or state code, or Utah County Online, looking for stuff on Utah County. I'll bet, I'd have to double check, but that's probably my guess, some of the most popular things that I'm looking up. Where am I at? This one? Oh, this one looks a little spicier. Easy.
What's number 4 on the list?
Nothing but a thing. I shouldn't be this bad at 4. Now I'm getting really nervous. All right, go on.
What is your most embarrassing moment?
Oh. What's funny is it's kind of hard to embarrass me. I don't get embarrassed a ton. Some things it's like, oh, that was embarrassing, but not until after. And I can't even think, because I forget things too quick. Like, I'm not a guy that holds a grudge, so embarrassing. There's probably some things in high school. In the yearbook, my junior year, I was named the biggest flirt. I don't know if that's a good thing now. I thought I was just a nice guy. All the girls thought I flirted with them, so I don't know.
If you had to get rid of one holiday, which one would you choose?
State recognized or national holidays? Which holiday would I get rid of? Let's see. Maybe Halloween. And I'm not that I don't like Halloween, but it's over the hunts, and I'm gone a lot anyway, and I'm hunting, so that's I could do without that. It's in the way, or move it to a different date. Some other one, my birthday. I get rid of that. I don't care about that.
That's supposed to be mild.
All right, what is your
Nothing
favorite
but a thing.
Marvel movie and why?
Give me my ABC. What are the options?
Marvel movie?
Like Captain America, Thor. What is it?
There is a right answer, by the way.
Is Batman and Spider-Man both on?
Batman is DC.
Okay, then Spider-Man.
Okay, you're right. That's good.
All right, good.
Good answer.
All right, good.
Which one?
I have no idea. I'm not a TV guy, so.
How are you with peer pressure? What advice would you give?
For youth specifically, so peer pressure is a thing, and it's definitely, even for us, when we're making decisions on the dais and we have to vote, and you're looking at your peers, when you have an opinion and it's different maybe than others, is it easy to like, oh man, I'm outnumbered? So it's something like, well, where can I find common ground? And I try to think of that, but there's no question it's real. The main thing is believing, having conviction in what you believe, and knowing, and I think this is important, that you are important and okay, and even if other people, I actually posted something a year ago that came up on my memories today that said your reputation is what other people think about you, but I'm going to say it wrong, it has to do with your integrity is what you have. So I think that if you can realize that it doesn't matter what other people think because I know who I am and you're true to yourself, that helps the peer pressure not be as weighty. Because you're like, hey, it's okay to be different, it's okay to have a difference of opinion, but I still know that I'm a good person and we can still be friends without, even though there's a disagreement or something like that. So when you're in those situations with peer pressure, I would say stick to your values and be true to who you are, and then be kind and give grace to others who might think differently.
That's lovely.
Alrighty. Do you feel there's enough participation within the cultures in our community?
Different people that get involved because of their personality, and maybe they'll participate, maybe they don't. But I think all people are welcome in Eagle Mountain, and that we invite all to participate. So there's definitely many different cultures that come here, even more so many different, maybe the same culture, but from different areas because we're new and growing. We see people moving here from other states, nearby, Idaho, Arizona, New Mexico, California. People are moving here, and people get involved. And because we're new, it's not that good old boys club or some of the old timers, even though I'm one of the long-standing members of the community, was here in the very beginning. It's still, I see everybody has an opportunity to participate. It's up to them whether they take that opportunity. So I think, I do think that the opportunity to participate is there if people choose. And I love it. And I love all artists. I'm a huge proponent of different cultures. I love learning about, it'd be a longer story than I'm going to share right here, but I'm actually, I was an orphan when I was born. I came from Jewish heritage, so from Israel. Love learning about that culture. Love the Hispanic cultures, all of them. I love the German and French cultures, Italian. I love learning about how people think and work in other areas of our world, and it brings a lot of perspective to me, so super fun.
What is your worst horse riding experience?
Oh, I remember as a kid, and I don't know if I'd call this the worst experience, but it's something that I hated as a kid that doesn't bother me now. I had this horse that I really, really liked, and he would buck every time I got on him. And he never got me off because I had this really good saddle that I was able to stick to. But I was always scared to death because I was young. And I knew when he was going to buck, it was going to scare me, but I still loved riding. So that was definitely scary. But I do remember one accident, actually. Thinking of now a few accidents that happened, like a horse that rolled down a hill in the mountains But I had a horse I was roping, and Cal like tripped the horse and endoed, and I thought I was going to break my back because when I hit the ground, the horse kind of came over me, and then it rolled over me, and my foot was stuck in the saddle on the opposite side, and so the stirrup basically went around the horse. I was laying on the opposite side, but my leg was under it, and the stirrup was over it, and it had. So if that horse was to get up, I was for surely going to get drugged and possibly seriously injured, if not worse. And the horse, because of the way I was bound up with that stirrup, couldn't get up. And horses will never stay laying down. I was out in the arena by myself, and luckily my dad or somebody was in the garage. I was at his house in the arena, and he either saw or heard something, and he came out. And I immediately, luckily, I was conscious enough to say, jump on that horse's head and keep him held down so he doesn't try to get up. Because if he would have got up, I would have been in trouble. And then I said, and call for other help. So we laid there for a good little while. They had to like take my saddle apart and disassemble it and then get me out from under it. And of course, I was pretty banged up. My knees hurt, my back hurt. And then once I got the horse up off of that, took the saddle out, and I was able to get up. But I was pinned, and the horse was pinned, and it was, that could have been really, really scary. It's kind of the same thing that happened to Superman in the Clark Kent movie, whatever, the real life story. He broke his back right in the horse riding accident. And it's kind of that kind of thing. When you endo, it can get scary.
As a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh man, so many things. Even as a kid, I worked really hard. Like I had my first job when I was 11 or 12 years old. I was helping a saddle maker and working in like a baseball card shop and just hanging around more than anything. But I knew that I was going to be kind of in business as a businessman, and specifically construction management. So I started my college as construction management and then started my first company when I was 21 years old. So I didn't really know what direction I was going to go, but I knew it was going to be business, and it was going to be, I knew I worked hard and kind of an entrepreneur, so that's what I wanted to do. I also thought probably growing up it would be some type of sales, but in business, no matter what you're doing, you're gaining clientele, so you have to sell your skill or business or whatever that is. So not necessarily product sales, but I knew I was able to talk to people and promote whatever I had. So business and sales probably is what I thought. Did not think I'd be a mayor.
Okay. LeBron James or Michael Jordan? You guys should have added Michael B. Jordan in that.
Man, different. So people always, it's easier to say LeBron or Kobe, but they're two different eras and definitely two different skill sets. But how do you go against the king? And that's Michael Jordan, not LeBron. I think Michael Jordan did it with less support and probably more class. He was really a great guy and helped the sport. So I like Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan it is.
Here we go.
Okay. Will you listen to anyone who wants to talk to you?
1 second. The short answer is yes. I think even if we don't agree, like I was mentioning in a different question, I've had lots of conversation with other council members about disagreement and stuff. Mm-hmm. And when I say that, I said disagree respectfully and don't make it personal.
Yeah.
So as long as you treat people with respect, even in a disagreement, maybe you try to show them your point of view, maybe they try to show you, advocate for your position, that's fine. But understand that it's that particular topic possibly, not the person that you're upset with, because we might agree on 1,000 things and not this one thing. Well, that doesn't mean I should hate somebody or not listen to them. It's just one thing that we don't agree on. And so I really promoted, as my time on council and as mayor, to disagree better. Mm-hmm. Is something that Governor Cox came up with a number of years ago. And I think we should promote that a lot more. Disagree better, give grace, try to come from a position of understanding first. Mm-hmm. And yes, I will listen to anybody. I'll talk to anybody. I may not agree, but I'm willing to listen to anybody.
And do you know the Pythagorean theorem?
I do know what it is, but if you're going to ask me to quote it, you have to help me.
X equals.
X equals something squared. Tell me, what is it?
X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of.
That's not.
No? Is that not? That's the quadratic formula. I
Okay.
don't know the Pythagorean theorem.
A squared plus b squared.
Oh.
Oh,
A
that's- there
squared
you go.
plus b squared. Okay, that was my bad. That was my
Yes.
bad. Okay.
You
Who's
know how
up
long
next?
it's been since I had to know that? But I do know that.
Okay.
Would you rather be bald or very hairy?
Oof, probably hairy. I'm going to have to go with hairy. I can always shave, but I can't put hair where it doesn't exist. So.
If you had to eat a bug, what would you eat?
Oh, I don't care. Just pick one. I'll eat it.
Oh.
Some of the crunchy ones are probably not as good, but slugs and snails, no problem.
Maggot?
It depends on where it's been. They kind of carry diseases and stuff.
Mosquito? Cockroach?
But no, yeah, the cockroach is no good. No good on the cockroach. But a fly, I mean, it's just protein. No problem. I'll tell you what, I will if you will.
No.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Oh man, I have to pick one. There's so many. I had a pretty good childhood. I mentioned that I was adopted when I was young, but I mean, I listen to different comedians and stuff all the time. I love humor. And one of the comedians says they didn't grow up poor. Their mom was poor. They just drug them along, right? Mm-hmm. But I didn't know. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, but I didn't know it because I had a lot of fun. I always had what we needed. But holy cow, I was walking along the railroad tracks, finding snakes, doing all kinds of crazy things with my friends, playing sports. But we didn't have enough money to go to Hawaii or something like that, like a lot of people do on vacation. We went camping because that's what we could afford, and I thought that was awesome. I grew up going in a camper and going up to Flaming Gorge or Yellowstone. So just spending time in the outdoors, loved that, loved going hunting, loved going to the rodeos. So I had a great opportunity in childhood to do those kind of things.
What's the weirdest thing you've Googled?
Oh man, I have no idea. What have I Googled that was weird? I can't think of one. What's the weirdest thing you've Googled?
It's not my question.
I have one.
Tell me.
What's the definition of win?
Of when?
Win.
Win like winning?
Yeah. I Google that.
Yeah, so the definition of win would be in a competition, means
Okay.
that you beat or exceeded the rest of the people that were also in the same competition. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Because it doesn't matter if you win, and this is a true story. You want to hear this? Last week at the council meeting, I was awarded a trophy because I won the mayoral challenge in golf. I was the best golfer there out of all the other mayors. And you know how I won? No one else was there. So you don't have to have a specific score or exceed past a certain benchmark. You just have to be higher than anyone else.
Would I not also consider you to be the loser because no one else was there?
Well, sure, but not necessarily because you still won. Showing up was half the battle. I don't know what I've Googled, though. I don't know that I've Googled something weird. Like, I've Googled some weird diseases, maybe, trying to figure out what some different diseases or
You Googled
bugs.
a word that you didn't know, but then you read the definition, you're like, oh, I knew that.
Yeah, that was like, that's weird. I didn't need to know that. I Google things that teenagers say, and I'm like, what does this mean? And then I was like, oh, I didn't need to know that.
Yeah, you did the entire last one. All right. Are you a night owl or an early bird?
Maybe a little bit of both. I I would say that I've always known the early bird gets the worm, so I'm not afraid to get up early. When I started my first company, I worked in the winters. I would get up at 3 a.m. every day to be at work by 5, and it was way out by Tooele, out by the lake. And I'd work late, but that's because I was starting my business and I had to work hard. So I know getting up early is always good. It's healthy, it's good. But I also, like council meetings, we didn't get out last Tuesday till almost midnight, and I stayed up late too. So to tell you that, I keep track of my sleep on my phone, and I average maybe 4 hours of sleep a night. So to do that, you have to get up early and stay up late both.
That's rough. What is your favorite vacation?
Oh man, I have so many things. I love to go places. And if I look back at probably the most memorable, I just got back from Alaska, by the way, last week.
Love Alaska.
So yeah, good places. But a lot of my favorite places I've been is places I've gone to hunt. And it's less for me about the hunt or whatever trophy I'm going after, and more about the culture and being there. So I've hunted all over the world. My kids say I've hunted on every continent but one.
Antarctica.
Close. Australia.
Oh.
But I have a trip booked to New Zealand, and that would count.
You haven't hunted. You've hunted.
There's
on
nothing
Antarctica.
to hunt there, except for penguins maybe.
Yeah, hunt a penguin.
And I don't think you're allowed
Emberon?
to, but I'm not sure. But South America, North America, Asia. So probably one of my favorite trips that I went on, and it was one of the first ones back then, was I went on a grizzly bear hunt in Kamchatka, Russia. I was in Russia for 16 days, and that was epic. Now, it was hard at times, but the memories and looking back at that is something that's like, that is amazing.
Did you catch a grizzly bear?
I did, yes.
How big was he?
Like 9.5 feet, almost 10 feet. He's a big one.
Impressive.
And it's displayed, it had been displayed for years and years at the Hutchins Museum in Lehigh. I have it in my house now. But it was down at the museum. It only took one, but I used two.
We got a sniper here.
Yeah, the guide I was with, and do you want to hear the story how this went? Yeah. So it was kind of fun. It was in the snow. It was really, really cold, and we hunted them like on snowmobiles and toboggans and stuff. And we had spent all day. You go around on the snow, and they hibernate in the winter. Mm-hmm. So they were in their dens, but it was early in the spring, still cold and snowy, but they're starting to come out of their dens for food. So you're riding around on the snow looking for tracks, and if you see tracks, you can usually find them. We'd gone like 50 miles. We just drive and drive and drive on these snowmobiles. And we stopped for lunch on this ridge, and there's a big valley below us, and I'm clearing over in Russia. And I can't talk to the guides much. We did have an interpreter in camp, but once we're out on the hill, it's the best you can do to communicate, right? So we're sitting there eating lunch, and we'd met up with some of the other guys, and they're doing their thing, but I just had my binoculars, and I was looking, and I spotted one way down below me in the trees at like probably a mile away. And I was like, hey, there's a bear. And I'd learned a few words. Medved is bear, if anybody knows Russian. I'm like, Medved, right? And so I look down there, and they're like, oh, yeah, get in, and we take off and go down through these trees looking for this bear. Well, sure enough, we found the bear at like 50 yards. That's like the front door from here. And I was like, oh, it's right there. And so I had a good shot, and the guides also spoke just a few words, and he's like, again. And I knew I put it like right in the boiler where it counts. And he said, shoot it again. And I'm like, okay, I shoot it. And that was another good shot. And he's like, again. And I looked at him and I said, no, I'm not going to keep shooting him. Because, I didn't want to do that. But then we were able to get him. So it was super fun. That was a good hunt. I've been to Africa, Argentina, Mexico. I go to Mexico a lot. I was going there every year.
What's the craziest thing you've hunted?
Oh, crocodile. I did a crocodile, and I have this all on video. I don't want to bore everybody with this whole thing, but I have a story that I can tell you guys about the crocodile hunt. Scariest thing, we went in the water to get the crocodile.
In Florida?
No, those are alligators. Crocodiles are the mean ones.
That.
Crocodiles are mean, alligators are kind of nice. In Africa, South Africa.
Yeah, that's one.
It's a great story. If I have to leave.
We have ice cream.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little nervous.
If you jump from that one to this one.
Go ahead.
All right.
Nothing but a thing.
What is a hill you will die on?
Any hill that's up in the mountains. Some of the things that I would promote, a hill that I would die on, that would mean it would have to be an argument or a disagreement. And I would say that I would rather die on the promoting something good, and that would be kindness and service to others. So I think we need to treat people with respect and learn to be kinder, and I would die on that premise, defending kindness and service.
What is your favorite candy?
Oh, so here's the funny thing. I don't like chocolate. I know, it's ridiculous, huh? I hope that was on camera. That was like, what's the matter with you, right? I'm not a chocolate guy, so candy is anything, like I love sugar. Like gummy worms, no, like sugary gummy worms, the sour ones.
Like
It's
trolleys?
starting to burn. And any sugary things, anything. I love. I do like Reese's Pieces and things like that, but Skittles, Starburst, sugary candies, Nerds, things like that.
Have you ever had a mustache?
Great question. I grew my beard long a couple of years ago, and not very long. It's almost as long as it's ever been. But I've almost always had a goatee. But my beard got really long one time, and so I was just playing around, and I shaved everything off except for like this Fu Manchu type thing. And so I was playing around with it, and then I shaved that, and it came to just a mustache for a minute. But generally, it's been at least a goatee.
Do you know any other languages?
Where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela.
Si hablas español, entonces.
Ay, sí, si hablas
Sí.
español. Me
Ya,
encanta.
también yo soy guía en México, ¿recuerda?
Viste, allá en México, me encanta. I want to
Sí.
go to Mexico. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. I'm not fluent in Spanish, but pretty good. I love other cultures and languages.
Oh, I love that.
Haven't been to Germany, but some of my ancestors are. And so my oldest daughter had her best friend in high school when she was your age, was an exchange student, and their family still comes to visit us every year from Germany. They stay with us.
She was our student 3 years ago. Last year.
Yeah, I remember because I've been to your house then. I remember you and working with the high school and that. But we had actually booked a trip to go out there, but we weren't able to do it. But we love the other cultures, and that's my tie to Germany.
Is there a culture that you struggle with the most because the culture is so different?
The one that I struggle with?
Yeah. Is it?
Not really. Well, I guess some of the ones that I would say, and this gets a little bit too political maybe for what I would promote, but those cultures that disagree. So, for instance, Israel, the Middle East, and those different problems they have back there, some of that comes down to religion. I try not to subscribe to that and don't buy into that. So I try to distance myself from that, and I don't agree. Not that I don't like one of their cultures, but I think culturally they need to do what I've been saying and have respect for one another in their disagreements. So I wouldn't like that, I guess. That's a culture that I would say is probably a little bit, any of the extremists and some of that's, but a lot of that's more religious. They're good people in all cultures. So I don't know. That's something that I would struggle with, is people that can't learn to get along.
What is one of your favorite and funniest childhood memories?
Funny. There's so many things that I did that I told you I love comedy and comedians, and so I just loved goofing off. I remember when I was a kid, and this would probably be embarrassing too. This could go back to that other one. We used to, in our church groups, we used to do these road shows, and it was like basically doing a play, a little 10-minute skit, and the different members of the different groups would come, and they'd practice for weeks, and then they'd do these road shows where you go to the different buildings and do your play for the audience. Well, one of these, I was dressed as like a dog, like a hound dog. I don't even remember what the play was about, but at the end we do this song, you get together and do this big musical and whatnot. And I, in one of the dress rehearsals, instead of singing like we always did, I started howling like a dog. I was like, ooh, because my part was a dog, and they loved it, and everybody was laughing. And so then when we did it for real, they're like, yeah, do that. And I'm over there just, ooh, while everybody's singing, you know. And it was ridiculous, but it was hilarious. And looking back, it's probably embarrassing, but I just didn't care, I guess, because I was dumb or something. I don't know. But that was hilarious, and it was fun and silly. So.
Thank you so much. It was amazing having you here. I loved all of these questions, and I loved your answers. Really inspiring. I hope you had fun. Did you like
awesome.
it?
This is fun, yeah.
Yes.
I'm surprised it didn't burn me.